Welcome to the ThinWithin podcast, the show for women who want mental secrets for weight loss mastery. I'm your host, Marna Thal. I'm the owner of ThinWithin.com, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop on how to lose weight by mastering your inner game. Diets never worked for me long term, and if you're like 95% of the rest of the human race, they haven't worked long term for you either. Every week, I'll give you tools, techniques, and resources you need to actually succeed in using the power of your mind to lose weight. I can't wait to teach you another mental secret, so let's dive right in. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 192. Don't believe everything you think about your body. I can't believe I'm actually on episode 192. Holy cow, that's a lot. Oh my goodness. Well, I just want to thank all of you for continuing to send me emails and love and 5-star reviews and just telling me how much this podcast means to you. It means so much to me to hear that, and it gives me so much motivation to keep giving you tools to continue on your journey to lose weight. So today I want to talk to you about why you shouldn't believe everything you think about your body. Around here at ThinWithin, we often say it's true that you experience each of your thoughts, right? You feel them, you experience them as a feeling, but it doesn't mean that each of your thoughts are actually true. If you've ever done anything like landmark or mindset work, you know that we are meaning-making machines. And we tell ourselves gobs of stories all day long in order to understand the world. And if you were to take two different people and they saw an event happen right outside the door, they would have two different experiences. Everything going on in your mind, every thought, every feeling, every sensation, everything that you are aware of is happening only in your private internal world. And you know this. There is one physical world here on earth, but there are billions of us having all these internal little theaters happening all the time. As I was thinking about this, I was thinking, you know what? We're all living in our own little separate movie theaters. In this movie theater, we all have these movies that are playing about our health, about where we should be, about whether we're doing well, whether we should be better or stronger or thinner, or that we're doing amazingly well, that we need to work out, where others are like, how can I work out? It's so hard to work out. We all have these movies that are playing out in our minds around our health. But if you don't like the movie that's playing out in your mind, we've got to do something different about it, because it's so exciting to know that if you make some adjustments to that movie, then you can experience an entirely different outcome, not just physically, but emotionally as well. So if you don't like the movie that's playing out in your mind, it's like the series Ordinary Joe, where one thought in time created one feeling. That feeling created one action, and in that moment led him to an entirely different life than the other two thoughts that created two different feelings, which created two different actions. And so here he is, one moment in time, creating three different results just based on his thoughts. And I love thinking about our bodies just the same way, our lives, what we're capable of, because you have the opportunity to contemplate, what movie do you want to play out in your movie theater? What do you want to be playing out in your mind? Do you want to play out the victim, the painful fat person, the big boned, sad lady who has had a hereditary condition that makes it harder to lose weight, that's going through menopause, that has hormones that are making things more challenging? Or do you want to have a kick-ass, take names, I'm gonna make it happen because I'm a human and I know I get to change my life kind of story? What's the movie you want to play out? Because You get to play out whatever you want. And you're already playing out a movie. You're already playing out stories. Are those stories helping you or are they hurting you? Just because you might have played out the story in your mind that you can't lose weight, that you're big boned, that it's hard, that the hormones are making it difficult, doesn't mean that you have to keep that programming alive. Now, I'm not saying that some of those aren't truths and aren't contributing to the frustration of your body and your weight. But if they're not stories that are motivating you, inspiring you, that you want to continue having in your mind, then it might make sense for you to change your story. And I like to think of it this way. If the story in your mind isn't what you would want your child, your partner, your best friend to tell themselves, then stop telling yourself that story too. Stop playing out that movie because you are someone's best friend and definitely child. So, what story do you want to write out for yourself? What story do you want to tell yourself? What are the exact words you want your mind to hear? So, what do you want to tell yourself? I know how powerful it is to hear the words that you want to hear. That's why inside of my inner circle, I've created hypnotherapy sessions focused on what I want my members to hear around eating and triggers and their ability to lose weight. I just created 4 in the month of October for that reason, because I know that oftentimes they're playing out a story that they don't want to hear. And if I can help create the exact story, the exact words, the exact phrases that they do want to hear, it will help them lose weight by creating new programming, both consciously and unconsciously. Over the next weeks inside of my membership community, I'm also bringing back the 8 weeks, 8 pounds down course starting on Monday. You get access to these hypnotherapy sessions along with all of my courses that I do inside of my membership community. I'm going crazy over here building out a brand new membership site that I'm going to launch in 2022. And so if you want to join now, the price is just $37 to join and $37 a month. I mean, it's not going to stay that way. But if you would like to join now, you get to be one of my founding members. And as I'm building out the membership site over the next couple of months, you get to stay at this price. But that price is going to go up. It just has to, because you know why? I'm putting in all of my courses into this membership site. You're going to get thousands of dollars worth of information and trainings, hundreds of thousands of dollars that I've invested in myself that I'm going to train you on. So that price will go up to 127 and then 197. It's going to go up. But in the meantime, you can come join us for the 8 weeks, 8 pounds down course that starts Monday for $37 a month. Okay. So if that is something you want to do and be part of the fun, I'll have a link to that because there's nowhere else you can really sign up for this. So for right now, if you are not careful of the words and the thoughts you choose, you will be a victim to the story that is playing out in your mind that you may not like. So it's time to choose a different story. So what story do you want to choose instead? That you're gorgeous? That your body's magnificent? You get to choose to appreciate and recognize what you're doing to become stronger and healthier and leaner. You get to choose. So why choose those crappy thoughts? And if you tell me, but I don't know how to do this, well, that's what I can help you with. The first thing that I would want you to do right now is to write down what you want to think instead. If you could think anything, what do you want to think? and then notice how that feels. It should feel awesome, like a present that you're gifting yourself. And then it's about repeating. If this is a story you've not practiced, which most stories that we want to tell ourselves are not stories we've practiced. We've programmed and conditioned stories that we're too big, we're too ugly, we're too fat, we can't do this until we're thinner, we can't have fun, we can't enjoy life. None of that is true. So if you want to recondition and reprogram a new story and a new movie inside of your head that's playing out all the time, the way you do it is with repetition. That's why I do hypnotherapy and guided meditations for my members, because I want them to know precisely what to say and think. And I encourage them to create their own self hypnotherapy sessions for themselves as well, so that they can say what it is that they want to hear specifically in their voice if they'd like. I give you those scripts because most of the time, the thought that they're telling themselves, most of the time, the thought you're telling yourself is not accurate and definitely could use a little positivity, which is why you continue to see up and down results instead of consistent weight loss results. Choose your thoughts and the story that you want to tell yourself carefully. And if you don't know how, think about what is it that you want to tell yourself instead, and then repeat it every single day. See that story. Tell yourself that story. If it feels fake and phony, it probably should, because you know what? It doesn't feel real to you yet. You haven't repeated it. It hasn't been the story that you're telling yourself. But at some point, you keep telling yourself that story. And all of a sudden, through action and time and repetition, you're reprogramming a new movie to show up on your screen of your mind automatically. And if you need extra help on Monday, we're going to start the 8 weeks, 8 pounds down for the rest of the year, focusing on helping you through the holidays lose weight, feel really good, and navigate the holidays easily and with joy, and honoring your body and telling yourself the story that you actually want to hear with practice and repetition. All right. And if you want to join me for that, I don't even have a sales page or anything about it. It's been up to this point just invitation only, but I will have a link underneath my podcast notes here so you can sign up and join me. All right, everybody, I am sending you so much love, so much healing. Stop believing everything you think about your body and start telling yourself a different story.